Are you studying at a private university in Singapore right now? Or maybe you're planning to enroll soon. Here's something you need to know. The latest SkillsFuture Singapore data just dropped, and the numbers are raising eyebrows across the island. Only 46.4% of private education institution graduates secured full-time jobs in 2024. That's down from nearly 59% last year. What does this mean for your future? And more importantly, what can you do about it? If you're a student, graduate, or parent concerned about employment prospects, hit that subscribe button right now. I'm breaking down the real story behind these numbers and sharing actionable strategies you need to know. Let's dive in. The numbers are out, and they're sparking conversations in every university common room, coffee shop, and family dinner table across Singapore. The survey conducted between November 2024 and March 2025 received about 3,500 responses across 27 private education institutions, with some 2,300 respondents being fresh graduates in the labour force. And what they found has important implications for anyone pursuing private education in Singapore. Let me put this into perspective for you. Only 46.4% secured full-time employment, which represents a significant drop from 58.7% in 2023. But here's what's even more telling. Part-time or temporary employment jumped to 24.2% from 18.9% in 2023. So what's really happening here? Are private universities failing their students? Is the job market collapsing? Or is there something deeper going on that we need to understand? Before you panic or start questioning your education choices, you need to hear the full story. SkillsFuture Singapore noted slowing economic growth and overall lower hiring demand as key factors, which means this isn't just about private universities. The entire employment landscape is shifting, and everyone is feeling it. But the question remains, why are private education institution graduates being hit harder than others? Here's where the gap becomes crystal clear. The full-time employment numbers for autonomous universities graduates, namely those from NUS, NTU, SMU, SUTD and SAS, sits at 87.1% and 65.2% for post-NS Polytechnic graduates. That's a massive difference. If you're a private university student right now, you're probably asking yourself, does my degree hold less value in the eyes of employers? And that's a fair question that deserves an honest answer. The reality is complex, but it's not hopeless. What we are seeing is partly a perception issue that's been built over decades, and partly a reflection of economic conditions that are affecting everyone. But here's something interesting that the survey revealed. The median gross monthly salary for fresh graduates from private education institutions who secured full-time jobs rose to 94% year-on-year to 3,500 Singapore dollars in 2024. So while fewer graduates are landing full-time positions, those who do are actually earning slightly more than before. Let's break down which fields are performing better because this matters immensely for current and prospective students. Not all courses are created equal in the job market right now. If you're studying engineering or planning to, you're in a relatively better position. The employment outcomes show that certain disciplines still command strong employer interest despite the overall slowdown. Information and digital technologies led with a median salary of 4,080 Singapore dollars per month, while humanities and social sciences came in second at 3,500 Singapore dollars. This tells you something critical about market demand. But salary isn't the only metric that matters, is it? What about job satisfaction, career growth, and long-term prospects? This is where private university graduates need to think strategically. The 46.4% full-time employment rate doesn't mean 53.6% are sitting at home unemployed. Many are in part-time roles, freelancing, or building their own ventures. The nature of work itself is changing, and the traditional full-time permanent position isn't the only path to success anymore. So what should you actually do with this information? If you're currently studying at a private university, don't waste time worrying about statistics. Instead, focus on what you can control. Build real skills that employers are actively seeking. The survey mentions information and digital technologies for good reason. Singapore is pushing hard into the digital economy. Artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and fintech. These aren't just buzzwords. They're actual job categories with genuine demand. Networking becomes even more crucial when you're competing in a tighter job market. Your lecturers, internship supervisors, and industry connections can open doors that a resume alone cannot. Many private universities have strong industry partnerships. Are you actively leveraging these opportunities? Are you attending career fairs, industry talks, and networking sessions? Or are you just going to classes and heading home? The difference between those who land jobs and those who struggle often comes down to proactive engagement. Internships are your secret weapon. Close to 3 in 4 PEI fresh graduates in the labour force found employment within 6 months of graduation, and many of those successful graduates had substantial internship experience during their studies. Employers aren't just looking at your grades anymore. They want to know what you've actually done, what problems you've solved, and how you work in real-world settings. If you haven't done at least one substantial internship by your final year, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Here's something else that often gets overlooked. The government isn't sitting idle while graduates struggle. There are numerous support systems in place specifically designed to help fresh graduates navigate this challenging landscape. SkillsFuture offers various programs, career matching services, and skills development initiatives that can bridge the gap between your degree and employment, but you need to actively seek these out and take advantage of them. Let's also address the elephant in the room. Should you still consider a private university given these statistics? That depends entirely on your circumstances, career goals, and alternatives. For some students, private universities offer flexible pathways, international degree partnerships, and unique programs not available elsewhere. For others, pursuing an autonomous university degree might make more sense if that option is available. There's no one-size-fits-all answer here. What I can tell you is this: your degree is just one part of your career equation. Your skills, attitude, network, and willingness to adapt matter just as much, if not more. The job market is tough right now, but it won't stay this way forever. Economic cycles shift, industries evolve, and opportunities emerge in unexpected places. The graduates who succeed are those who remain flexible, continuously learn, and don't wait for perfect conditions to take action. If you're feeling anxious about these statistics, that's completely understandable, but channel that anxiety into productive action. Assess your current skill set honestly. Where are the gaps? What can you learn in the next 6 months that would make you more attractive to employers? Maybe it's a technical certification, a language skill, or industry-specific software proficiency. Whatever it is, start working on it today, not after graduation. For parents watching this, your support matters more than you might realize. Yes, the statistics aren't ideal, but your graduate child needs encouragement and practical guidance, not panic or I told you so lectures. Help them access resources, review their resumes, practice interviews, and maintain their confidence during what can be a stressful job search period. The survey numbers tell one story, but they don't tell your individual story. You're not a statistic. You're a unique individual with specific skills, passions, and potential. The 46.4% figure means that roughly half of private university graduates are landing full-time positions despite challenging conditions. Why shouldn't you be in that successful half? What can you do starting today to increase your odds? If this video helped you understand the real situation and what you can do about it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are studying or planning to study at private universities in Singapore. Drop a comment below and let me know what field you're studying and what concerns you have about the job market. I read every comment and I'll try to respond with specific advice. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I'll be releasing more videos about navigating Singapore's education and employment landscape, including interviews with successful private university graduates who beat the odds. Remember, knowledge is power, but action is everything. Stay informed, stay proactive, and I'll see you in the next video.